Good morning. Happy Vlogmas day 8. I did not film the morning. I was kind of rushing a little bit. I sort of maybe a little bit lost track of time. Maybe just a smidge of time has been lost by me, which is rare, but I don't know. I was reading Happy Place probably a few minutes longer than I should have, and it's just really good and I'm really excited and I don't want to stop reading it. But my lunch is packed. I am ready for work. I'm mainly going to be at a school today, so that's fun. And yeah, that's all. I am going to the gym again today after work, but it's just going to be me this time. And then going to be home, and this weekend will be way more fun than the past few. Well, Tyler's birthday was fun. So there was a little bit of eventfulness, but we're gonna have more fun over the weekend with the vlog, I promise. And I'm actually going to talk to you a little bit more this evening. So this evening we will have a good time. But I will see you then.
One of the biggest things that people struggle with on their fitness journey. Like, I pull a lot of different reasons to make a big why. Are creatures of habit. I love routine and I love habit. And I think those things are something that really help you stay consistent.
There we go. All right. Hi. I am back from the gym. I just ate and I'm getting ready to edit yesterday's vlog. It's 8 p.m. so it will get posted today. But after my dinner, I'm in the mood for something sweet, and I didn't do my chocolate advent calendar last night or yesterday at all. So that was day 7, which is right here. Another ball. Yay. I think I'm gonna have Oreos today, actually, after this. Okay, and then today's day 8, which is another ball. I mean, I don't understand why I'm so disappointed by this. Like, literally, Lint is all about those chocolate balls, but the actual ones, like the big ones, are better than these small ones. These are sad imitations of the actual Lint balls. I just realized, I think we're a third of the way through Vlogmas. Well, hold on. Today, yeah. After today is a third of the way through Vlogmas. How does it go so fast every year? Ugh. Anyway, it is Friday. Thank goodness this week is over. It has been such a busy week at work. I can't even wrap my mind around it. Abnormally busy. Abnormally busy. And it's over, and our internet didn't work again today for part of the day, but I was still able to get a little bit more caught up. I'm feeling a lot calmer today than I was earlier this week, so that's good. And then at the gym, I didn't film my strength training part of my workout, but I did the 12-3-30, and I did upper body. I set up one of those little benches, like with the risers, and did just upper body dumbbell stuff. So I felt like that was a good balance to what Tyler and I did yesterday. I think I'm gonna edit right now, and then today's vlog will be pretty short, but I think I want to talk a little bit about my year. she says, thinking that's going to be a really short conversation. I think I'm going to focus it just on what my intentions were for 2023 and how I feel like I might have met them or didn't meet them. So anyway, let me edit yesterday's vlog first and get that exporting, and then I'll come back at you in a little bit. It's quite late now. It's a little bit after 11 o'clock, but I wanted to chat a little bit about how I did with my intentions slash resolutions from 2023 and how 2024 is gonna look a lot different. I'm thinking in a different way or from a different perspective about my intentions or how I'm going to be approaching the whole, like, the new year mindset, you know, new year, new me, whatever. Okay. So over the past few years, things have been changing anyway. I haven't really been making resolutions or intentions that have anything to do with like changing my body size or like weight loss or whatever. So that's been a nice change over the past few years, and I'm still going in that direction. So just looking at last year, I'm not gonna like go back into the history of all of my resolutions, because historically it's always been like, I'm gonna like get back on track and lose weight, blah, 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 blah. But it hasn't been that way for a few years. But we're just gonna focus on last year and then next year. So last year, one of my resolutions slash intentions was to read 20 books. And that was because the year prior, I think it was just to read 12, like one a month. Probably because when I made that intention, I wasn't reading very much. And so I read like 30 something books in 2022. And I thought, okay, well, I'm still gonna undershoot that and make it my goal to read 20 books in 2023, knowing that I was gonna be starting the doctoral program, thinking like, I probably won't be able to read that much. But probably because I didn't start the doctoral program until August, so I had like almost 8 full months to read, I ended up reading over 50 books this year. I read, so far as of today, I've read 51 books, and it'll probably end up being at least 52 by the end of the year, because I'm sure I'm gonna finish Happy Place. Here's the thing. Next year, there won't be any intentions about how much I'm gonna read. I'm tired of keeping track of something that I think at this point has become a habit. I'm already doing it. I don't need it to be an intention or a resolution anymore. You know? So I'm nixing that. I'm nixing it. Another intention I had for 2023 was to watch, oh my gosh, I just found a knot in my hair. I got distracted because I was playing with my hair. Was to watch 75 movies, because the year prior it was to watch 100 movies, and I think the year before that it was 21, because it was 2021, 21 movies I had never seen before. So I was trying in 2021 to expose myself to like classic movies or movies that are referenced a lot, or just trying to watch more movies. Like I am typically a TV show person and not as much of a movie person. And so in 2021, I was just like, I need to watch movies. I need to expose myself to a different type of media, or more of media, that type of media. And I think I ended up watching like 80 movies or something in 2021. Not all of them were ones I had never seen before, but I think like 70 something of them were ones I had never seen before. And that was the year I kind of fell in love with the horror genre and discovered I really like scary movies. And I didn't know that about myself, or I actually used to think I didn't like them. So the following year, I increased my goal to 100, and I actually exceeded it. This year, I brought it down to 75 because it was difficult to watch 100 movies in a year. It was really hard for me. So this year, actually am not anywhere close to that goal, and I'm probably not going to reach it. As of right now, I'm at 56 movies I've seen. And one of those movies is actually, I'm counting it twice because I saw it in theaters twice, and that is the Eras Tour that I saw twice. I tracked it twice because that's like almost 6 hours of my life that I sat and would absolutely sit and watch again and again and again, and I probably will be renting it next week. Maybe. Actually don't know if I will. No, I probably will. If anything, just to put it on. It's just so she gets more people renting it. I just, you know, she's Time Magazine's Person of the Year. I don't know how much more we can lift her up, but I'm gonna try. I love that woman. So next year, I'm actually, just like with the book intention, I'm completely removing the goal to watch movies. I think I am. I said I wasn't gonna track reading books. I meant like, I'm still gonna track how many books I'm reading and like what books I'm reading and when, and the dates and things. I'll still do that with movies, but I'm removing any expectation. And I'm just gonna, when I finish a movie or when I finish a book, I'm gonna jot it down. I have a spreadsheet because I'm a freak in the spreadsheets. But I'm not gonna try to be like, okay, am I on track with how many movies I'm supposed to be watching this month, or how many books I'm supposed to be reading this month. So getting rid of that. I also had a goal this year to upload 2 YouTube videos every month. That did not happen. I was okay for the first 5 months of the year. I didn't post anything in June. And then I posted a couple videos in July, which, wait, hold on. No, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Actually did pretty well-ish through the month of July. But then once school started, that was it. Like I did not have a lick of extra time to film videos, edit videos, think at all in any way about YouTube and about what I would post. Like working full-time and being a full-time doctoral student, I couldn't. Any leftover time I had was spent with Tyler, or like right now one of my main priorities is focusing on making sure I'm nourishing my body in the right way and weight training and everything like that to me. And actually another Vlogmas episode is going to be talking about that, because clearly you're seeing me go to the gym, and I don't think you've ever seen me go to the gym. I'm doing something very new and different, and I haven't talked about it, but I have a very different approach right now to fitness and nutrition and all of that. But that has been a priority. So when I'm in school again, I'm on break right now, but school starts back up the second week of January. I'm not going to try to make it any kind of goal to post to YouTube regularly. YouTube is purely my hobby. When I'm working on things that are my priorities, like work and school, my hobbies are going to go to the back burner, and that's okay. And if I remove it as an intention or a resolution, I'm gonna feel a lot less pressure on myself. And that's what I need in 2024, because I have some pretty big goals for next year. Another goal I had for this year was to finish writing my novel. It didn't happen for very much the same reasons why I wasn't consistent on YouTube. I have another unfinished novel, but it's probably the furthest I've ever gotten in a novel that I've tried to write in my life. So maybe the next one I start, I'll actually finish. Who knows? But that's not current Heather's priority. That's not next year's Heather's priority. I have to be more intentional with my time and focus on the things that are my priorities. Okay, so far of the goals that I've talked about, I only achieved one. I read 20 books, well I read 51, but I exceeded that. The next 3 I did achieve. Another goal in 2023 was to travel out of the country again. I did. I went to Greece in August with my friend Andrea. It was amazing, and it really gave me a lot of confidence to travel solo, because yes, I was with my friend, but because she was female, because like it's a different dynamic to travel with your friend than it is to travel with a romantic partner. I felt more like, I felt a little bit more equal in terms of like responsibilities of traveling, or I don't know, like I just felt like when I went to Montreal with Tyler, I knew that like I would be fine, because if I didn't know how to do something, he would take care of it. But because that's not the relationship I have with Andrea, I didn't want to be the one who's like, oh, well, she'll take care of it, and like rely on her to take care of things. So I kind of had to step up. And we were both like taking care of it. And it just, yeah, it gave me a lot of confidence. And I ended up booking a trip to Helsinki in May of next year. And I think I mentioned that in a recent video yesterday or something like that. So, not yesterday. Yes, yesterday, yeah, because I just edited that. I'm so confused. Vlogmas always gets me confused about what day it is. So, I traveled out of the country this year, and I really do want to do, as much as I can, an international trip every year. And so that is something that I have on my intentions for next year. Another goal of this year was to actually start working as a therapist, and I achieved that goal in February. So I was able to get a job very quickly. Remember last Vlogmas, I was freaking out, and I don't blame myself for freaking out. I was freaking out for a good reason. But I did end up getting the job at the place where I did my practicum, and I've been loving it. It's been stressful. I mean, it's clearly, especially this week, I feel like I've talked about work a lot because it's an anomaly. This week has been a lot more than it usually is for me, or just like, yeah, I don't know. It's, but I love it. I really do love it. I am so honored to do the work that I do. It means so much to me. And I mean, as a plus side, like to have gotten the job so quickly after graduating is really, really cool. And on top of that, I got promoted. It's like an acting position, so it's not a permanent promotion, but I got promoted to this temporary acting position over the summer, and like end of June, early July, something like that. So this last half of the year, I've been part of management while still working with my clients. So yeah, it's like that's been such a huge part of my life, is working 40 hours a week for the first time in my entire life, working in a job that I actually went to school for, and loving it and feeling fulfilled. Like, this is the first year I actually have a career and I'm doing something that means something to me. It's amazing. It's such an amazing feeling. So that's probably the biggest intention I had of 2023 that I achieved. And then the last intention I had from this past year was to perform in one play, and I ended up performing in 2. The one I did was in January, so I achieved that goal the first month of the year. You might be asking, why did you even make that an intention if you knew it was gonna happen? And it was because I knew it was gonna happen, and I also wanted to put it there because I have this in my spreadsheet, one of my spreadsheets, to remind myself that, hey, I did theater in 2023, even if it didn't feel like I put any energy into that particular passion of mine. I know I did because I kept track of it, because it was an intention. The second play I did was, in hindsight, too much. Like, it would have been nice if I hadn't done it, because at the time it was just a lot. It was, the timing of it was, I was aware that it was gonna be really difficult towards the end, because once the show opened, it was right around the time school started back up, and like right when I got back from Greece, and it was really, really, really stressful. But I thought I could do it, and I could do it, but I wasn't really anticipating just how much it would throw me off. On top of that, Tyler was one of the directors. This was like how I even was doing it in the first place, because I was like, hey, like, let's do this thing together, because maybe it'll be a way to spend more time together. And in a sense it was, but it also kind of backfired. We thought this will be great for our relationship, and it wasn't, because when we're working together, we're not romantic partners. He's my director and I'm an actor. So it didn't feel like we were spending more time together. So, and then it was just stressful. So because of that experience, I actually kind of needed that experience, because it really made me face the fact that theater is another thing that has to be on the back burner for a while for me. And it actually made it easier to come to terms with that, because it wasn't like this sparkling experience. So I don't have like rose-colored glasses on when it comes to looking at missing out on theater. I now realize I need to be extremely intentional about whatever acting things I do in the future, because I don't have a lot of free time. I'm going to be in school for the next 2.5 years. If I'm on track with school, I'm going to be, fingers crossed, I'm going to be in school for the next 2.5 years, and maybe I can do theater, but I need to make that not a goal or an intention, because that is putting way too much pressure on myself, and I just have to focus on the most important things, and theater is not on that list right now. So I've kind of alluded a little bit to what 2024 is going to look like, okay? School, just continue to be in school, continue to work as a therapist. So even though I'm working as a therapist, I am not licensed. The way it works is you graduate, you get your master's degree. So to be a marriage and family therapist, you just need a master's degree. But when you start working, you are just an associate. So you're still actually collecting hours, and then you have to pass a law and ethics exam, which I actually did pass on my first try this year in September. That was another thing that was going on around the same time I was doing the show. You have to get 3,000 hours, which breaks down into a lot of different types of categories, which you don't need to know about unless you are curious. And then you have to pass a clinical exam. So in 2024, my goal is to get the rest of my hours I need. So that to get the remaining 3,000 hours. I don't know if it's possible really to do that, but that's okay. I am willing to not completely reach this goal, but I want to get damn close. I want to get really, really close by the end of December 2024 to be almost at that 3,000 hour mark, because that means that I'd be able to apply to take the licensing exam in 2025. So I'm really thinking ahead. I'm thinking ahead. So that's doing the work. I need to keep being a therapist, which I have no intention of not doing. So just keep working, keep it up at my job, roll with the punches when things get stressful. Just keep going, because I've got to do it, and I love it, and it's in service of this goal. So I would also really like to take and pass my doctoral exam, which is a really big step towards getting my PhD. It's not like the exam that I had to take last Vlogmas, which was like a multiple choice. You sit there for me, I guess it was like an hour and a half, and take this test and it's awful. Thankfully, the doctoral exam is different. It's multifaceted, and it's going to take a lot of time over a period of time, and it's a really long essay you have to write, and you also have to do a presentation, like a case presentation. So I would love to just be working on it throughout 2024 and to see if I can present it at the end of the year and turn in the paper at the end of the year and pass it. I mentioned I want to travel internationally again, but specifically my intention is to travel solo for the first time out of the country, and the trip is already booked. It's happening. I'm going to Finland. I'm so excited, beyond excited. I'm so excited. So that's happening. And then this one's just a little silly one, but I really want to get my third tattoo. In 2021, it was, I think. Yeah, 2021 was the year that I wanted to get my second tattoo, and I did in February of that year. So it's been a couple years. I've been ready for another tattoo. I have a lot of different ideas of what I want to get. I don't know, it's just silly, like compared to everything else, it just seems really silly, but I don't know, it's what I want. It's what I want to do. I want to like get tatted up again. Ew, I hate that I said that. Anyway, all right, I just wanted to sit and kind of chat about that just for myself to look back on, I suppose. The idea mainly being that I am more focused. I feel like in the past I've been so scattered with my goals and my intentions, and they've just been all over the place. Be in plays, write a book, watch movies, read books, YouTube, like all over the goddamn place. And I can't afford to be all over the place next year, so I'm not going to. And even though I'm going to continue strength training and all this other stuff I've been doing, it's not an intention. I'm not looking at it that way because I don't want to put pressure on it. It's just, it already is what it is. I'm already doing it, so I'm just going to keep doing it. So anyway, that is it for Vlogmas Day 8. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm so excited for the weekend. We're gonna have a good time. I think I'm gonna do my clothing declutter tomorrow. So I hope you're looking forward to seeing that the next day. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.